My pranams to Goddess Saraswati and the other parts of the state, and other parts of the country, and other parts of this world. You are here. You are here in a city, in a place which has been a crucial place, an important place for Telugu literature. We belong to a language which is spoken by 11 crore people all over the world. As per the ethnologue.com database, this is the 15th largest spoken language in the entire world. And you know, a language which has 1000 years of literary history and spanning more than 1000 years of oral literary history. You have come to a place where 1000 years back, a great poet whom we call Kavi Brahma, the poet creator, Tikkana, he wrote, he has been so far the poet who has created the longest, the largest literary work in Telugu literature. He has dictated 15 books of Mahabharata, the largest part of Mahabharata. In Telugu, actually, it was 3 poets who have written Mahabharata. We call them Kavitraya. In that, the larger portion, the lion's portion of the entire work was done by a poet from Nellore. He is called Tikkana, Kavi Brahma, the poet creator. You have not come to another town in Andhra Pradesh. You have not come to another city in India. You have come to a place, a city, which has shaped the entire literary samskara, the Jati samskara of Telugu literature and the Telugu world. You have come to the right place, the appropriate place, the proper place where the entire Telugu literature, the origins of Telugu literature has taken place here. In fact, there are in modern Telugu literature, especially in 20th century Telugu literature, we had a great poet called Sri Sri, and he was to say all the while that he would like to reckon Tikkana as his number 1 in his Kavitraya rather than the first one in the Kavitraya. So we welcome you to a historical place not in the sense of the history of history, but historical place in the sense of history of literature, history of a creative outflow, history of inculcating a samskara among its own jati, its own people, its own mankind. We welcome you all of us. And I am honored indeed when Mr. Ramakrishna has invited me to deliver the keynote address. I felt it's an honor because I personally feel that I don't belong to a single family. I don't belong simply to the family in which I am born. I don't simply confine myself to a family which I am now. I mean, the family members that we stay and reside in a house in Hyderabad, I don't think I am confined to that one single family. I am one person, like the great Rishi, when he said in Panchatantra, you know, the famous Subhashita from Panchatantra, which said, Ayam nijaha paroveti ganana labhucheta sam udara cheritanantu vasudhaika kutumbakam. This is the sloka. So the Panchatantra said, Ayam nijaha paraha iti, for those people who actually count that this person is mine and this person is not mine. Those people, from the Panchatantra's point of view, are Laghu Chetasam. They are narrow-minded. Laghu Chetasam. Their mind is so narrow. They are short-minded. That's what actually Panchatantra said. They are narrow-minded. When you say that he is mine and he is not mine, you are confining your mind to you are confining your mind. You are narrowing your mind. But Udara Cheritanantu means those who are Cherita. He didn't say people with lofty mind. He said people with lofty character, people with lofty, nadavadika. In Telugu we call it how you conduct yourself. People who could conduct themselves in a lofty manner. For them, Vasudha Eka Kutumbakam. The whole earth, the whole globe, the whole universe is one family. And what is ultimately family? We are now in a context where all over the world, you are now familiar with the postmodern thought process, where the whole the Europe started from its Greco-Roman origins. Europe started about thinking about the self. Almost for 2,500 years, right from Socrates to the modern philosophy up to Hegel, Marx, and even till the existentialists, the Europe was more bothered about the self. It's only after the postmodern thinkers have come on the dais, they started arguing that till now you have confined yourself in thinking, bothering, brooding over, pondering over your own self. But there is something called the other. There is the other. There is somebody who is not like you, who is not a replica of you, who is not a copy of you. There is somebody else. And the postmodern thinker said the other person and yourself are not totally commensurable. You can't really fit in the other in you. You are different, the other is different. And the moment you feel that there is another who is different from you, what would happen? The immediate feeling that you undergo when you feel that there is something other, there is somebody other than you, the immediate feeling that comes to you is the feeling of fear. You will be afraid of him because you don't know the strangeness, the unfamiliarity, and simply being the other will always evoke a sense of insecurity in you. You fear him. You think that he would swallow you. The other may really end up in swallowing you. You undergo a sense of loss, a sense of fear, a sense of loss of identity. This is the problem when Mr. Bharadwaj reminded us about the massacre that has taken place 60, 70 years back. All that has taken place because there was a border line. And till that line was drawn, both of them were part of the family. And once a line is drawn, the two people have become the one and the other. And each of them have killed each other because they thought the other is the other. Till that time they thought they were one. But a borderline, a territory, a sense of partition has brought a concept called the other, and one has become other for the other, so each of them have killed each other. And you would annihilate the other because you feel that the other would swallow you, engulf you. The other would, take away your identity. This is the context in which we are living at the moment. So who will tell you the other is not something to dread? The other is not something to be afraid of. Somebody has to tell you that the other is somebody that you have to love. The other is somebody which gives you the wonder. Just because the other is strange, that doesn't mean, just because the other is unfamiliar, that doesn't mean the other is an enemy to you. Just because he is strange, just because he is unfamiliar, just because he is new, what does it mean? It means that it is wonderful. I mean, the sunrise becomes wonderful every day because the sun never rises the same way he rises today. Every day the sunrise is different, strange, unfamiliar, so it is wonderful. The other becomes wonderful. If the person is like you, if the person is he's like the same good that is manufactured by the same conveyor belt, then the life doesn't have any charm. It loses all the beauty, all the wonder. That's why this is a time when somebody has to tell you that, look, there is the other and the other is beautiful. And who will tell that? I think it is precisely, it is the role of the poet and the role of the writer. It is the duty of the poets and writers to tell the people, to tell the mankind that the other is lovable. The other is not something to be dreaded. He is lovable. And this happens, the problem of identity and difference. Now the whole the philosophy of the current age is the problem of the identity and the difference. If everybody is identical, then life loses charm. But if everybody is different from each other, then also life becomes chaotic. There is somewhere all of us are identical and all of us are different. This is what the classical Hindu philosophy has argued in the form of Vaiseshika. There is a Vaiseshika Darshana which argued that every person is identical but also different from the other. You have to find out what is the difference. So the Indian ideal the traditional Indian ideal, the Sanatana Dharma of the Hindu land or the Indian land, has somehow felt that it is the family. If you take family as the unit, family as the cradle, this is where people can be identical and yet live harmoniously with their own individual differences. Family is a place where one can retain its own identity because the mother knows if the mother has 3 children, if the mother has three sons and 3 daughters, the mother knows. See, for example, Kunti was having 5 sons and each son is different from the other. The Yudhishthira was different from Bhima and Bhima was different from Arjuna and Nakula Sahadeva were totally different from the rest of. How to retain? What is the concord? What is the family concord? You know, when we said Vasudhaika Kutumbakam, when I see a friend from Uzbekistan and when I see a friend from South Africa, I really feel happy because when I see him, I don't see him alone. When Mr. Jacob has stepped onto the dais, I felt as if Nadeem Godimer has come onto the dais. I just wonders of life, everything that the South African poets and writers have tried to put it in literature, and it's like, you know, when I see him, I am reminded of a poem from Breitenbach Bach. And when I see a poet from Uzbekistan, it doesn't just, you know, I immediately when somebody said, when Ramakrishna said there's a poet from Uzbekistan, immediately I was reminded of all the neighboring countries like Kyrgyzstan. I was reminded of Chingiz Aytmatov, who has been that Mr. Bhaskar is mine and Mr. Jacob is other. No, I feel I would like to read out so that I would like to. And freedom from hate I will bring you. I will bring you the union of hearts and minds and freedom from hate. This is the most important thing. When we are sitting, love one another as the cow loves the calf that she has born. Come to a concord. If we can make our home a place of concordance, even the gods cannot dare to separate us. That's what the Veda says. Once you join together with the same concord, with the same intention, with the same aim, name of a wheel, like the nave of a wheel, like the spokes around the nave of a wheel. Let us all join together. With your common desire, I will make you all have one aim, be of one mind, following one leader. Like when we say one family, when Vasudha be one Kutumbakam, we are also saying that let there be a family comfort, let there be a family union, let there be a family happiness, the family happiness that Tolstoy spoke, the family reunion that Eliot spoke. Let the family, let the concord of a family, what Atharva Veda has extolled, what Atharva Veda has praised, let it be there among us. And I am very happy, I am really excited to find the variety of themes that are going to be discussed here today and tomorrow. From Tadapaka Annamaya to Chinuva Achebe, see the kind of variety that people are going to discuss today and tomorrow. Where is Annamaya and where is Achebe? And Annamaya is a poet from, a sage poet from Andhra Pradesh. We call him the Sankirtanacharya. He was the first poet singer, the bard singer. And Annamaya was one poet who believed that in times of turbulence, in times of crisis, it is not the state, it is not the king, it is not the administration that could unite the people, but it is the feeling of reverence for the God, Lord Venkateshwara, that could unite the people. And you know, when I read Chinua Achebe's novels, the famous Nigerian writer, the Nobel Prize winner, when I read his novel, no, he didn't get Nobel Prize. When I read Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, I am immediately reminded of my own childhood tribal village. I didn't feel that Achebe is writing about a tribe called Igbo of Nigeria. I felt I am reading about a story of Kodaratis of my own tribal areas in East Godavari district. That is what the power of literature. Where is Achebe? Where is Nigeria? Where is Africa? Where is my own Sharabhavaram in East Godavari district? And all through the novel, when I read that Arrow of God, when I read that Things Fall Apart, I am really, when I read that The Enemy of People, I was simply reminded of some story, the stories around my own childhood. And you know, you are also going to discuss various themes, right from Veerashaivism to Caribbean literature. You are going to discuss about Tulasi, the Badagas, and the Bawal poets. We are also going to discuss about the various strands and strains of modern and postmodern literature. I think Nellore is fortunate in the sense that, as Ramakrishna said, the metropolitan cities, Hyderabad is not that fortunate, in spite of its bigger universities, in spite of there being universities of English and foreign languages, still a small town. Maybe I think it is because of Kavi Brahma's Ashishulu that you got this opportunity. And friends, let me tell you, the Vedic poet, he wished only one thing. He didn't wish riches, he didn't wish wealth, he didn't wish what any other modern contemporary man would see. He was wishing for only one thing. He was wishing for something called the Bhargaswati Vacha. This is what he said. Bhargaswati Vacha. Bhargaswati means the word which is glorious. The Bharga, in Gayatri Mantra, they say Bhargo Devasya, the Devasya Bharga, the glory of the gods, Bhargo Devasya. And the poet, the Vedic poet, was simply wishing for a word, a walk, a text, a poem, a statement, which is Bhargaswati, which is resplendent with glory. The glory that is reminding you of the glory of Gayatri Mantra. Bhargo Devasya. Gayatri Mantra said, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi. We would like to, let me meditate on the glory of the gods. Bhargo Devasya. And the Vedic poet said, let my walk, let my word be Bhargaswati. It should be resplendent with glory. It should be resplendent with radiance. It should be brilliant. Why radiance? Why brilliance? Radiance and brilliance because we are living in a world, we are living in times which are otherwise dark, which are otherwise weak, which are otherwise feeble, which are otherwise full of hatred, full of fear from the other. So this is the time when the poet, this is the time when we should remember that the age-old Vedic poet was actually seeking a word, a walk, which is Bhargaswati Vacha. I would really welcome that the 2 days conference would be of a family concord. It would definitely lead us to a world where a great poet, the greatest poet of 20th century Telugu literature, Gurajara Apparao, he said like this: Ella lokamulokka illai, varna bhedamulella kallai, vera nirugani premamantamu vedukalu kuriyan. This is what he said. Gurajara Apparao said, Ella lokamulokka illai. He said, let all the worlds be one house. This is nothing but Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. This is what Tagore said when he has instituted Shantiniketan. He said, Yatra Vishwam Ekaneedam Bhavati, where the whole universe becomes one shelter. That is what Gurajara said. Yella lokamulokka illai, varna bhedamulella kallai. Let all differences become a mirage. Let all differences become a falsehood. And the whole, let all the words will become one word. And this is what Panchatantra said. Udara Charitanantu Vasudhaika Kutumbakam. And I wish you all the best. And again, once again, I welcome all the friends from all over the world. Let all noble thoughts gather here, sit here, wander here, and let us wish that our walk, our words become Bhargaswati Vacha.